Hey, what's up guys, it's Eugene Pentland from Pentland Designs, and today I'm going to be showing you my new shoelace locks. I've gone through a lot of iterations to get to where it is now. The old version, it depended on this clip being able to maintain shape and rigidity so that when you slide it in and out, the ends lock it into place. That ended up working if you're using material other than PLA like ABS or PETG or something that holds its shape for a longer time, but PLA, after about using it for a week, ended up coming undone and wasn't really all that useful anymore. So I replaced it using this new design that has a slider going along the center. That once this is in place, the slider acts as an end stop that prevents these two from being able to come apart on their own. And then once you slide that out of place slightly, then this whole thing can come apart very easily. So I've actually created two slightly different versions of this. In this version, the clip extends slightly past the main body, and this is to make it so it's very easy to slide in and out. Easy to slide in and out of this main mechanism because the part that sticks out acts as a guide, allowing it to bend in slightly and make it very easy. I also have another version that slides in, and you kind of have to use your hands a little bit more to be able to get it to go into place, but it does not stick out from the ends, so it's really more of an aesthetic change. If you would prefer it to look a little bit cleaner and simpler, then you would go with this version, but it is a little bit more difficult to use versus using the other version. In both versions, the slider is almost identical in both. It just has a little lip that makes it easy to be able to push it to the side, and once this is actually laced through, this actually can't come off completely because the lace will be able to hold it in place. This version was an inspiration from the Reddit user Geddai, and he told me to make little caricatures that can attach to the slider so that they can make it customized. So for kids, they could learn a little bit about 3D modeling and actually design something for their shoes and wear it. So thank you for that idea. All of these different versions will be available in the link below in my Thingiverse page. If you don't have access to a 3D printer, on my website you'll actually be able to buy this directly from me and support me if you still like this product. Now I'm going to go into showing you how to lace it directly into your shoes. So to start off, you're going to want to have the mechanism completely assembled, and I like to have the slider going towards on the left side on the left and on the right side on the right, just to make it really easy to be able to use the opposite foot to slide this across if you want to do that, or just using your hand. First thing you want to do is have at least 2 holes undone and have the shoelace coming out fed through the top on your shoes. The third hole is really more just for convenience for tying. It's not exactly necessary, or if your shoelaces are a little bit long, it just makes it a little bit easier to be able to tie it off in the end. So I'm going to take the shoelace on my left side and feed it under and through the mechanism, and then over through the center. And I'm going to not pull this super tight. You want to leave this fairly loose so that once you do put tension on this, it actually stays centered in the shoe instead of it being lopsided and being off to one side. And now I'm going to take the shoelace and feed it through the next hole in the shoe, going over and then under the next hole in the shoe. So now it should look something like this. And lastly, on this last hole, I'm going to go under again, pull that, and then see here, if you only had 2 holes available, you would tie it off right at this hole and keep that lock in place, but because I do have the third one available, I'm going to feed it through the third one and then tie it off. You're going to want to make sure you don't put too much tension on the end of it. You want it so throughout all 3 holes it has about the same amount of tension throughout. So I'm just going to tie that off, and that side is now complete. The opposite side, you're going to repeat doing the exact same thing, but at this point I would recommend putting your foot into the shoe and actually tightening it with your foot in, so that way you could get to the exact tension that you would want while wearing the shoe. So once again, you go under, over, and then over, under, under, over. And that's pretty much it. The next thing you could do is, if there isn't too much left, then you could just feed it into the shoe. But since I still have a decent amount of shoelace left, I'm actually going to just tie the shoelace normally, except leave it extremely loose, start it very far away from the end so that when it does become completely unbuckled, it doesn't get in the way. So I'm just going to tie your shoes as you normally would. And now that is complete. This, I normally just end up tucking it onto the inside of the shoe so you don't actually see it, and it doesn't get in your way either. So in use, all you do is push this little slider to the side, and you see that this shoelace prevents this from actually being able to come completely undone. And once that happens, you just pull it apart, comes completely undone, very easy to put your shoe in and out, and you just slide the two back together and push the slider back into place. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I put a lot of effort into making this design what it is now. I went through a lot of different iterations, so I hope you guys like it. If you have any ideas as to future designs that I should be working on, please let me know in the comments below. I'm looking for things that are everyday use, something that would benefit pretty much anybody. If you do follow my YouTube channel, I will be releasing an update on my electric longboard. I've been having a little bit of troubles with the batteries, and I'll have a video about that in the next couple of days. While I did have it running for a while, it was working great, and then, I don't know, something just happened to stop working. See you in the next video.